Okay, Chrissy here again with Footprint Tarot, and this is part 2 of my series, the Chappaquiddick readings, and in this one I'm going to be looking at Mary Jo Kopechne, who was 28 years old, and she is the young lady who died in the Chappaquiddick road accident. She had previously, the year before, she had previously worked on Bobby Kennedy's presidential campaign, and she was one of what was called the Boiler Room Girls. I don't really know that much more about her, but what I'm going to be doing is the same thing that I did with Teddy Kennedy, is looking at her in the 2 months previous to the incident itself, previous to the party, previous to the accident, and that is from late May through June and the first half of July. So give this a bit of a shuffle, and we'll have a look again at the bottom of the deck. Nine of Swords, anxiety. That's very interesting. That's the flavour of the reading, I suppose. Anxiety. She was anxious about something. Okay. I'm going to do 2 signifiers. One's going to go to the side and the other's going to be at the centre of the reading. I'm going to use the same spread with the same meanings that I used for Teddy Kennedy. So the first signifier for Mary Jo Kopechne is, oh my goodness, look, this shouldn't be a surprise. She did die in the accident. So as far as an overall signifier for her, well, yes, she did die, and she's dead. How that relates into a signifier for her at the time, well, it could mean that she was coming to the end of one cycle in her life and starting another, because the death card doesn't literally mean death in most cases. It can mean new beginnings and all that. So in terms of reading it at the time, I think this could be said that she was starting anew, starting fresh, and maybe leading up to it, she was looking to leaving behind what she had been doing previously. Now, the centre card for her, signifying her, is Queen of Pentacles. She liked luxury. She liked the finer things, and she liked stability. She was also very resourceful. The Queen of Pentacles is a very resourceful person. So she didn't necessarily depend on other people to get these things for her. She was more than capable of getting them for herself. If she wanted little luxury, she had the resources and the skills to go and get them for herself. Her challenge at the time, and remember, we're looking at the 2 months previous to the incident. The Wheel of Fortune. I think she was trying to fight against change. And this might lead back to the Death card here. The Death card indicates change. And this indicates change. Change is going to happen whether you want it or not. And I think maybe she found this as a challenge. Maybe she wasn't good at dealing with change. You know, she might have seen change as the death of her way of life, which could indicate another reason that card came up. She wasn't good at dealing with change, or she didn't want to deal with it. She found it a challenge. In her past, the Four of Cups. She had been made an offer that she wasn't really happy with. With the Four of Cups in this instance, you can see the person is focusing on the cups that are in front of him and just totally ignoring the cup that's behind him that could offer more. This person wants what they had, and they're just not really, they're totally disinterested in what is being offered to them. They'd rather have what they feel they've lost than what new opportunities could be offered to them. So I think this also harps back to the challenge card and the death card. She didn't like change, and change was happening. Card number 4, what were her strengths? This is really interesting. Teddy Kennedy got the same card in the same position. Possibilities. She was good at seeing. Oh no, she didn't get the same card in the same position. This is her strength. So where Teddy Kennedy got the Ace of Cups, harnessing that emotion, her strength was she was good at seeing the possibilities, at looking at a situation and seeing the possibilities that could arise out of it. Number 5, her muse. Stability, reliability. Those things, she craved those things and she thrived on those things. Having stability and reliability really gave her the foundation and the ability to tap into her talents. But if she lost that, well, she might still have had that, but I think she feared that, losing that stability. So stability, reliability, knowing when things were going to happen and why things are happening were very important to her and allowed her to tap into her creativity and act on her strengths of looking for and assessing the possibilities of things. Her awareness. King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles she was aware of something happening with a man with money, I think. She was aware of a figure who represented stability, resourcefulness, and money, which the King of Pentacles does. Material gain, resourcefulness, not always a bad person. A lot of good aspects, stability, resourcefulness, and all that. In this instance, it's in the awareness column. So she was aware of something about a figure who was steady, reliable, respected even, being a king, older than her, being a king. She was aware of something. Sabotage. Sabotage, creativity, her creativity, card number 7. Sorry, I'm reading off a list. So, the Knight of Cups, creativity. This is interesting. Knight of Cups is a messenger. They bring news. And it's in her creativity area. Inspired action will follow. She knew something. She had news about something. And I think this may be, this and the awareness may have been causing the disruptive change in her life that she wasn't happy about. she had news about something, inspired action will follow. She was thinking about what to do with it, what to do with this news and this information about this person. Sabotage card is the beliefs that no longer serve you and resist your desires. The Nine of Pentacles. Her autonomy and her comfort. This is the sitting pretty card. Wondering, you know, she was thinking about what action to take, but I could lose everything. I could lose my autonomy. I could lose my luxury. I could lose my comfort. And the Queen of Pentacles indicates that she liked those things. She liked the stability, the autonomy, the comfort. She liked sitting pretty. So whatever she was thinking is, I could lose this. So it may have been stopping her from going through with whatever action about whatever she was aware of. And the last card, 9, is the direction. The Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is indicative of several things. It can be indicative of delayed or disappointing news, which means that she could be delaying delivering whatever news she had to whoever she had to deliver it to, the information, or it can be indicative of a spy. Perhaps she was working for somebody else, finding out information for somebody else. Whatever this is all about, she was clearly conflicted. She did see it as threatening her status quo. She wanted to stick with what she had, but she was aware that she might have to. An offer, she didn't want. Who that offer was from, I don't know. But I think the offer was made because of her awareness of the person, because of the information she had about them. And she was trying to delay that process as much as possible. I don't think she wanted to tell what was happening. Remember the bottom card at the reading, anxiety, change in the air, the challenge of change, her muse, stability, reliability. I think this poor young lady, it's speculation only. There's no disrespect meant to Mary Jo's family, to the Kennedy family, but I do think she had discovered something about someone of importance. It might not necessarily be Teddy Kennedy. It could be somebody in that circle. But I'm going to use a clarifier here, a different deck. If you're interested, this deck is the Steampunk Tarot by Barbara Moore, with illustrations by Ali Fell. I love them, especially with looking at political situations or looking at historical mystery situations. My clarifiers, excuse me, sorry about that. Just quickly wrap this up. I want to have a look at a couple of clarifiers on what she was aware of and who made the offer. And I'm going to use the Everyday Tarot. There's a cute little deck, but it's also relatively gorgeous colours and graphics, but it's not overwhelmed with symbology and stuff. So closer towards getting the plain unvarnished truth. So I'm just going to ask, what is the King of Pentacles? The King of Pentacles, was he Teddy Kennedy? Four of Wands, happy house, homecoming. a castle. I think it was remembering that the whole Kennedy era, the Kennedy White House, everything around them, it was all referred to as Camelot. And I think the imagery here with a castle tower and homecoming and celebration, Camelot, a place of homecoming, a place of celebration, a place of magic. I think it was Teddy Kennedy. And again, this is speculation only and entertainment only, and it's no disrespect meant towards the late Senator Kennedy, any of his family who are still living, any of them. It's just speculation. And I will do a quick clarifier on the Four of Cups. Which is past. She had been given an offer in her recent past. I'm going to say it's recent past because we're only looking at the 2 months previous to Chappaquiddick. The Devil. Wow. Whatever the offer, somebody gave her that offer, and that somebody was not a good person. I think I'll leave it at that. I hope you're enjoying this series. The next one in the episode will be looking at the night of the accident and the accident itself. I might have to split that in two. We'll just have to see. Thank you very much. Please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you.